Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to see how to calculate the value of the bond. Before that we have to see what is the value of the bond. That means we have to see what is the value of the bond. So value of the bond can be regarded as an asset that pays a series of dividend or interest over a period. Therefore, the value of the bond can be defined as the present value of these future cash flow, or you can say steam. Because if you purchase a bond from a company for a certain rupees, okay, then company will be paying you some interest, and that interest, if you are reinvesting somewhere, that means that is also the benefit for you. Okay, so for that cash flow you have to calculate actually what is the value of the bond is there. Okay, so I'll take one example here. Let's say the value of the bond. How to calculate? So we'll say what is the face value of the bond here. So just for example sake, I am taking here the face value of bond. Let's say is equal to 100 rupees. Okay, and coupon rate let's say is 12 rupees. Okay, so that means every year it will give you 12% of interest rate. Okay, so and if the period is, let's say suppose 3 years, so these 12 rupees you can keep on reinvesting in somewhere, so you will getting the some interest. That is also the value of the bond. So in the value of the bond, whatever 12 rupees you are getting as interest, and finally after 3 years whatever you are getting the amount, that we have to calculate in the present value. Okay, so I'll see one example here. Let's say example I have taken here. So this value of the bond will be calculated in two ways. Means one will use theoretical part, other will use the formula. Okay, the question given here is a bond whose par value is 1000 bears a coupon rate of 12%, has a maturity period of 3 years. The required rate of return on the bond is 10%. What is the value of the bond? Okay, so first of all, I'll write the values, whatever the values they have given here. The par value of the bond. Okay, so par value of the bond is 1000 rupees. Okay, coupon rate is 12%. That means what is the meaning of 12%? That means every year interest you'll be getting as 120 rupees. Okay, means 12% of 1000 rupees. If you do the 12% of 1000 rupees, you'll be getting 120 rupees. Means from which company you have purchased this bond, they will pay you interest as a 120 rupees per year. Okay, and maturity period is 3 years. That means this company will pay you for the period of 3 years, and at the end of the 3 years they will take their coupon back and they will pay you the 1000 rupees. Okay, but the rate of return is 10%. That means you will be reinvesting this 120 rupees every year and you will get some interest also. Okay, so here we'll use the concept of compound interest. I write the formula of compound interest. What is the compound interest formula? So A equal to P 1 plus R to power N. Okay, so where P is the principal, A is the future amount. Okay, A is the future amount and N is the time period. So what is P here? So P is nothing but A divided by 1 plus R to power N. That means we have transferred this to this side. So where that means A into 1 upon 1 plus R to power N, where this 1 divided by 1 plus R to power R N is known as discounting factor. Okay, so that means now we'll be converting whatever interest we are getting, that will be converting into the present value by using the discounting factor. Okay, if n equal to 1, we'll take n equal to 1. If years is 2, we'll take n equal to 2. If years is 3, we'll take n equal to 3. Okay, now so now you understood what is the meaning of discounting factor. So you must keep in mind, because one question was asked somewhere 1 year back. what is discounting factor, or which of the following is a discounting factor? So discounting factor is nothing but this value is called discounting factor, means 1 divided by 1 plus r to power n. Okay, don't get confused. 1 plus r to power n is known as compounding factor. Okay, this is known as 1 plus r to power n is known as compounding factor. Okay, that's why we are finding the compound interest. This is called compounding factor, and this 1 divided by 1 plus r to power n is known as discounting factor. Okay, so here we'll be using the concept of discounting factor. Okay, so here we are using the concept of discounting factor. Okay, so we'll see here, that means whatever interest we are getting at the end of first year, second year, third year, we'll be reinvesting at the rate of 10% here. Okay, we'll be reinvesting here at the rate of 10%. So the given rate of given here 10%. Okay, yeah. So that means in the first year we'll be getting 120 rupees. Second year also will be getting 120 rupees, and third year will be also getting 120 rupees. Okay, and at the same time third year will be getting our amount back, that is 1000 rupees. Okay, so we'll get 1000 rupees back. 1000 rupees back. Okay, now what is the discounting factor for the first year? So it is 10%. 10% means 0.1. Okay, so 0.1 will be adding here. 0.1. Here for the second year, discounting factor will be, means I'll be writing direct value. Okay, 1.01. So I'll write here 1.01. Sorry, 1.1. Okay, got 10%. Here 1.1 whole square. Okay, for 2 years. It is third year, so 1.1 power 3. Again, this is 1000 rupees at the end of 3 years, so 1.1 power 3. So in this way we are getting the all the values, means these are the present values. I'll repeat once again here, because I got 120 rupees the first year, so I have discounted here for 1 year. Okay, for the second year again I got 120 rupees, so I converted to present value by discounting factor. So 1.1 divided by 120 divided by 1.1 whole square. For third year we got again 120 rupees, so divide by 1.1 to power 3. For again third year I got our amount back, so 1000 divided by 1.1 to power 3. Okay, so I'll just calculate the value 1.1, 1.1 square, 1.1 whole cube and 1.1 whole cube, and put further value. You can also use a calculator. I'm also using a calculator, so I'll just put the value here. 120 divided by 1.1, 120 divided by 1.21, and again 120 divided by 1.331 plus 1000 divided by 1331. So in this way I have done the square and cube also, not divide. So divide individually and add all the values. I am taking the approximate value. Please use the calculator. So I'll be getting here 109.10. Here I'll be getting 99.17. I'm rounding off here. You also use a calculator, and then I'll get 90.16, and 1000 divided by 1.331 will get 751.31. Now add all these values. Use the calculator, add all these values. I think you're getting 1049.74. So I've rounded off this value. So this is the value of the bond. Okay, that means which bond? The bond which is having coupon rate 12%, coupon rate 12%, period is 3 years, and rate of return on the bond is 10%. Okay, so in this way we calculated, that means what is the value of the 1000 rupees bond? The value of 1000 rupees bond is 1049.74. Okay, now coming to the concept, we're using the different formula once again here. Now we'll see the different formula here. So what is the concept here? Because at the end of every year we are getting 120 rupees. Okay, 120 rupees, 120 rupees, 120 rupees for 3 years. Okay, so this has become the case of present value of ordinary annuity. Okay, so that means now I am going to use the different formula to get the value of the bond. Okay, and this formula is very helpful when the number of years are more. Okay, because this finding the each and every value become very difficult, because here the number of years was 3, so this formula was very useful. 1 2 3 4, no problem. But if number of years are more, let's say 10 years, 15 years, then writing all this value become difficult. In that case we have to use the present value of ordinary annuity. Okay, so whatever the interest rate we are getting as a coupon rate means, so 120 rupees, 120 rupees, 120 rupees, 3 years. Okay, so we write here the formula, then we'll put the value here. Okay, so what is the formula here? That means what is the value of the bond? Okay, so I'll write the formula here. Value of the bond will be C by R, put the bracket, 1 plus R to power n minus 1, close the bracket, and divide by 1 plus R to power n. Okay, so plus, because this is only for the 120 rupees, the interest we are earning from the out of bond. Okay, but what about the 1000 rupees? For 1000 rupees we have to use a different formula, means discounting factor. Okay, so 1000 divided by 1 plus R to power n. So this formula you have to keep in mind. Okay, that means we are using the formula of present value of ordinary annuity plus discounting factor of 1000 rupees, because 1000 rupees we are getting after sometimes. Okay, now what are the values here? Just see, I write the value, then put the value. Okay, so what is C here? Cash flow, future cash flow is 120 rupees in this case. Okay, what is R here? R here, how much R here is 10%, so 0.1. Okay, and n is how much? N is 3 years. Now put all the values, so we'll see the calculation. Okay, now put the value here. So V equal to 120 divided by 0.1. 1 plus R means 1 plus 0.1. So I write directly 1.1 whole cube, n equal to 3 minus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 to power cube plus 1000 divided by 1.1 to power cube. So this cube is very important. In the starting itself we are doing the cube. This is very important, because everywhere we are putting this value. Okay, now so now 120 divided by 0.1, it becomes 1200. Now calculate 1.1 cube. We are already calculated 1.331 minus 1 divided by 1.331 plus 1000 divided by 1.331. Okay, now calculate, means 1.331 minus 1, then you put the values. Okay, if we calculated here, we'll get the value here like this. So we'll get 1200 0.331 divided by 1.331 plus this value will come 751. Use the calculator, 0.31. I have rounded off here figure. So you calculate this entire figure, and you add here. So I'll get here 298.42. Okay, so use the calculator, 298.42 plus 751.31. So we'll get the value here to make the total. So 1049.73. Okay, so this is the value of the bond. Now see, we got the answer by the first method. So first method we got the value as 1049.74. Here we are getting 1.4973. Okay, due to the rounding of this difference is there. So in this way we can calculate the value of the bond by two different methods. Okay, now in the first method, I just repeat here so that you don't forget. In the first method we use the discounting factor here. Okay, just repeat, I repeat here, because we are earning 12% as a coupon rate. So 12% of 1000 means every year will be getting 120 rupees, 120 rupees, 120 rupees. Okay, so that 120 rupees we have to discount it to get the present value. So 120 divided by 1.1 for the first year. For the second year, 120 divided by 1.1 whole square. For third year, 120 divided by 1.1 whole cube. Okay, so for third year, and in the third year itself we'll get back our 1000 rupees also. Okay, so for this also 1.1 whole cube will divide. You calculate this, you will get the value here. So as per our calculation, I am getting here 1000. First answer you can see 1049.74. Okay, by second method, because we are getting 120 rupees at the end of every year, so we can use the present value of ordinary annuity. Because we are getting 120 rupees, so we can use the formula C by R, 1 plus R to power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus R to power 1. Okay, if you have any confusion regarding the annuity, please refer my video of annuity. Okay, and 1000 rupees we are getting back at the end of year, so 1 plus R to power n. Now what are the values here? So values we can say C, because C is equal to 120 rupees, we are getting 12% of 1000 rupees, so every year we are getting 120 rupees, so this becomes the C. Okay, what is rate of interest? 10%. Okay, rate of interest 10%, so 10% means 0.1. Number of years are 3, so n equal to 3. Now put the value here. So C is 120, C is 120, so I put here 120 divided by 0.1 and 1.1 whole cube minus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 to power cube. Okay, plus 1000 divided by 1 plus 1 power cube. Now you calculate everything. So you also calculate here 1.1 whole cube is nothing but 1.331 minus 1. I put the value here, and then 120 divided by 0.1, I have put the value 1200 here, this value, and all values are put. You calculate this, so I got same value 1049.73. Okay, so two different methods we are getting. Approximate value is same 1049.73. In the previous one we got 1049.74. So okay, so in this way we can calculate the present value of a bond. But suppose if rate of interest is not given yearly, so we'll see the next question here. A bond whose par value is 1000 rupees. Okay, so no problem, par value they are given 1000 rupees, bears a coupon rate same given but payable semi-annually. That means every half yearly the company is paying the interest. What is rate of interest? Company is paying 12%. Okay, so half yearly means company will be paying only 6% of that, because rate of interest is 12%. Has a maturity period of 3 years. So that means how many 6 monthly they will be paying? They will be paying 6 monthly, means 6 semi-annually. Okay, that means company will pay 6 times. The required rate of return on the bond is 10%. So whatever investment we are making after getting this coupon rate, so we are investing, we are getting back 10% out of that reinvestment. Okay, so for this the previous method means discounting factor will become lengthy, because here we'll get the 6 values. Okay, so we'll use here our formula that is called present value of ordinary annuity. Okay, so before that we'll be using the value. What are the values here? So what is future cash flow? That means every 6 monthly how much amount we are getting. So we'll get 6% of 1000. So 6% of 1000 nothing but 60 rupees. So this become our C. Okay, what is rate of interest? Is what is rate of interest? Rate of interest 10%. Okay, so rate of interest is 10%. So we are making investment every 6 monthly. So our rate of interest will also go down. That means R will become 0.5, 0.05. Okay, why? Because it become 5%. Because every 6 monthly we're getting 60 rupees. We'll make the investment. That investment will be 0.05 because 5% only. Now what is N here? N will become 6 because there will be 6 monthly. Okay, I think now it's clear. I'll repeat once again here. Because the par value of the bond is 1000 rupees, rate of interest is 12%, coupon rate is 12%. So out of this coupon rate, because it is payable semi-annually, so 6%. So 6% of 1000 will get 60 rupees only. Okay, so the 60 rupees. That 60 rupees when we'll reinvest, what rate we'll get? So because it is 10% reinvestment is there, so out of this 10% we get only 5% 6 monthly. Okay, so rate of interest will be 0.05. How many 6 monthly will be there? Because time is 3 years, so 6 monthly will be there. So n equal to 6. Okay, now I write the formula here, then we put the value. Okay, now the formula of value will be like this: V equal to C by R, because I'm writing the formula of present value of ordinary annuity. Okay, so 1 plus R to power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus R to power n. Okay, plus, because we have to get back our 1000 rupees. So 1000 divided by 1 plus R to power n. Okay, so we'll back 1000 rupees back also. Correct? Now put all the values here. So put all the values here. So we'll be putting value all C is equal to how much? C is equal to 60 rupees. Okay, so V equal to C equal to 60 rupees. Rate of interest is 0.05. Okay, so 1.05. 1 plus 0.05. So I'll get 1.05 to power n is how much? 6. Minus 1 divided by 1.05 to power 6 plus 1000 divided by 1.05 to power 6. Now, you first find out the value of 1.05 to power 6 by using calculator. Okay, so use your calculator. I'm also using here. So if you use the calculator here, you will get approximate 1.34. Okay, so in between you can divide this value also. 60 divided by 0.05. So just divide here value 60 divided by 0.05. How much you'll get? So you'll get 1200. Okay, and you will get here 1.34. Approximate value I'm writing here 1.05 whole power 6 minus 1 divided by 1.34 plus 1000 divided by 1.34. Now calculate these all values. Calculate all values. So we'll get means 1200 into 0.34 subtract 1 and 1.34 plus 1000 divided by 1.34 746.27. Okay, now you calculate this also by using calculator. So if you calculate, you get the value 304. Okay, use calculator here. So we'll get 304 round off 0.47 plus 746.27. You add all these values. So we'll get 1050.74. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the value of the bond. Okay, so you must, if you are getting doubt somewhere, you can pause the comments and you can repeat the video if you are not understanding. And if you are not getting the what is the present value of the annuity, ordinary annuity, must refer my previous video so you can understood very well. Okay, so with this we'll finish our video, and next video will continue what is YTM. Okay, so continue watching my video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, and please refer this video to your friends also, those who are preparing for GIB CIB, because this bond theory is equally applicable for the CIB also. Okay, 100% they ask one question out of this one case study they are asking in CIB, because last CIB they asked one question in CIB regarding the bond theory. Okay, so continue watching. Have a nice day. Good day.